Will the Bill Beat and Bo haters in the chat please stand up? Because, boom, Oklahoma lands another offensive lineman here in the 2025 class. And, hey, you had a freshman offensive lineman. And Daniel Akinkumi help you lock this one up. If you're an Oklahoma fan, I'm going to explain to you guys why you should be excited about the commitment of Ryan Fodje. And at this point, what's next for the offensive line in 2025? Because it's exciting, guys. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like and you hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers, and I want you guys to be a part of it. And there's a lot happening on the recruiting trail for Oklahoma, not only with offers, but you have predictions going in, guys committing. And I'm going to try to keep you guys as up to date as possible, bring you guys film, and I want you guys to tune in and show out and let me know that you guys love the content. But Oklahoma gets a commitment from Ryan Fodje. Now, you might be asking me, who in the world is this guy? And why, right? When did he show up? He was here for the February 3rd junior day, and Daniel Akinkumi was actually his host. And Daniel Akinkumi is not afraid to say it. Hey, I helped get this guy to make his pledge to Oklahoma. But looking at Ryan Fodje, he did an interview with On3, and he pretty much had this to say about the offer for Oklahoma. I knew I was going to commit when they offered me. Great job to Josh McQuiston and the Sooners Scoop team over at On3 for getting this from Ryan Fodje. And we'll try to maybe get him here on the podcast this year as things try to slow down with him. But with Ryan Fodje, he is now your 10th commit here in the class for the Sooners. This now gives Oklahoma the 5th ranked recruiting class in the country. Now, you might be asking me, well, 5? I think we moved down. Ohio State actually got a 5-star cornerback commit. LSU's gotten a couple commits as well. So, but if you're Oklahoma, the guys that you have committed to this class, they're only going to continue to rise in the recruiting rankings. And I think we're going to say the same about Ryan Fodje, because Ryan Fodje, according to 247 Sports, is a 3-star, the number 401st ranked player in the 247 composites. But when you look at his measurables, Ryan Fodje actually is a guy that potentially in his senior year, depending on the film and any camps that he attends or anything like that, he could be a guy that actually rises in those recruiting rankings pretty quickly. Here's why I say that. 6'5", 275 pounds. He's a really good frame, and you would imagine if he adds a little bit of weight, he's probably going to be able to, I would say by year 2 or 3 in the system, have a chance to potentially start for Oklahoma. So really, you just want him to get to about that 300, maybe 310 range and just make it all muscle. Hey, and Bill Beatonbow is going to love a guy like this, and I know so many people are going to be like, it's 3-star you with Oklahoma. Well, listen here, hater Hanks. Need you guys to pep it down a little bit, because Bill Beatonbow does his best work with the non-5-star offensive lineman. Just saying. But Ryan Fodje is the guy that definitely has the potential, and you saw it in his offer sheet. 18 total offers. He even had SEC offers. Like, it's not like, he just had a bunch of G5 offers. No, he had offers from A&M. He had offers from Texas, USC, Oregon, Nebraska, Missouri, Arkansas. Like, he had good offers. So you look at Ryan Fodje, a guy out of Cypress, Texas. I think at one point On3 had him trending to Texas. Texas A&M obviously was in there as well. But, it's a guy that he competes in track and field, specifically shot put. And he's a guy that, I think he has a high ceiling and he has a high upside. So with the right development, you look at Ryan Fodje as a really good piece, and now the second offensive lineman in this class, where we've said Oklahoma needs to go out there and recruit a deep offensive line class. You guys know it. We've talked about the offensive line situation here on this podcast many times, and I've said it. Like, if Oklahoma, you've offered the likes of Michael Fasusi, Andrew Babaloa, you got Ty Haywood, Lamont Rogers, Douglas Utu, and a couple others from Bishop Gorman. Like, this is the class where you're probably going to take 5, 6 offensive linemen, and you're really going to shape up the trenches for the future. And going into the SEC, that's only going to help you, because you're playing the best of the best talent. And we know about how the guys in the trenches, they want to play in the SEC, and they want to play in a league where they're going to be tested and they have the ability to show out. And when you have a guy like Bill Bedenbaugh who is able to go out there, guys, and develop talent and continue to put them into the league, like, I just want people to realize this. There is a chance that Bill Bedenbaugh might put 4 offensive linemen into the NFL this year. Tyler Guyton, who might be a first rounder, Walter Rouse, McCabe Matower, who will probably go in between 4 to 7. Probably Walter Rouse has the higher upside there. Caleb Schaefer was going to be probably one of in the last round to maybe undrafted, but Caleb Schaefer's there as well. And then you've got Andrew Raym. Andrew Raym will probably go somewhere into that 3 to 7 as well. So if you're Oklahoma, you're looking at it and say, we have an offensive line coach that when he puts his stamp of approval on an offensive lineman, I mean, look at their success rate in the NFL. Wanye Morris is been playing for the Chiefs and has been playing a significant impact. So again, Ryan Fodje commits to Oklahoma and ran a 5.2 40, guys. And for an offensive lineman, I'm being told that's pretty freaking good. So if you're Oklahoma, you're excited about this commitment, because if all you're worrying about is the kid putting on a little bit of weight and you see his technique that he has, I mean, just watch how he moves his hands and his feet here and how he's able to shuffle that. This is a guy that probably is going to be able to play on the right or the left side of the tackle position. Like, again, another versatile offensive lineman that Bill Bedenbaugh is going to be able to use. We know Bill Bedenbaugh really likes guys that can play multiple sides of the line or multiple spots. So, guys, I want to hear from y'all, and I want to hear why you guys are excited about Ryan Fodje and what your opinion is here, because I actually think this is a pretty good commitment, and this is one that I don't think we really expected. Not a lot of people knew that this was coming down the pipeline. At least I certainly didn't, but I'm excited for it. Now I look at the class for Oklahoma, and I say, well, what's next? Because you've got 2 offensive linemen, and, you know, when I just said it again, like, hey, like, you're looking to take probably 6 offensive linemen. So who could be next on Oklahoma's board? Well, at this point, I feel like if you're Bill Bedenbaugh and you're Seth Littrell, which that's the other thing I want people to realize. It's no longer just Bill Bedenbaugh recruiting the offensive lineman. You have Seth Littrell recruiting offensive linemen, and he actually recruited pretty well at North Texas. So just want everybody to keep that in mind. But you've got your offers out, and the favorites that we've talked about: Andrew Babaloa out of Overland Park, Kansas, Michael Fasusi, Ty Haywood. A lot of people are forgetting about Micah DeBose, who got an offer from Oklahoma and actually made a pretty big bill about it, was originally committed to Georgia. Although I'm not ready to say that that's a race Oklahoma can win, never rephrase that, will win. I think they can win it, but I think there's a lot of ground that needs to be made up there. You got Douglas Utu, you've got Lamont Rogers, and then you go and you look at some of your inside offensive linemen, and there's 2 kids out of Bishop Gorman. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to try to pronounce their name because I always get it wrong, but you guys catch the drift. Oklahoma now, they can go after their top targets, and they don't necessarily have to take any more fillers until maybe later on in the class if they miss on a couple people. But you guys know how I feel about Michael Fasusi. I think he'll be a part of the class. So there's 3. So now you just need to hit on 2 to 3 of your 6 remaining prospects at the offensive line, which if you're Seth Littrell and you're Bill Bedenbaugh, I think it can be done. So jump in the comments, give me your thoughts. And if you guys have not already, watch one of these videos that YouTube's recommending, especially the one on the 5-star prediction.